Alright, I have returned with a bit of a Shadowbringers gameplay. And I've learned a bit more about the Sage class, or job rather. Which is going a bit better. I still need to get used to it, however, and that may take some time. But there don't seem to be any quests in this area. No matter. So we've got to talk to Gingen here. Alright, so that's a kobold. Yeah.
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Maud's.
Souk. Alright.
Souk is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Amh Araeng. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too. Many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Amh Araeng by choice, but Maud Souk's a different story. Merchants come from realms around to purchase the relics the Maud dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Maud do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value. That is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Maud philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed. Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals. And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
Alright.
As the good Maud says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense. A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verbert gold? Real Verbert gold?
What?
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh no, you want my goods, newcomer. I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Over here!
Come and look.
You buy, you buy.
Okay, this Verbert gold seems to be quite valuable.
Enough of that! Calm, I say! This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots. Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
Alright. So that's just a little bit creepy. Let's see. Ba-ba-ba-bum-ba-bum. Bum-ba-bum. No, not gonna watch that. Alright. So here's Ron, I need to get some food from him, yeah? Welcome to Ron's Traveller. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time, stare and sniff before you choose, but no drawling on the merchandise. I'll try not to. So got some what? Some pita bread, I think. Worms. Meat. There's my ever-burning bounty, made with the best parts of the lizard, cured with special spicy spices. Some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on a chilly desert nights. I call that mush loaf. The middle is stuffed with a bit of sweet cactus fruits. Seemingly the bread dries out, it's still moist inside, keeps you going in the heat. Oh, that's clever. Everyone's favourite plum white worm slithered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wrinkler, you'll never want any other treat. I don't know. And frogs. Oh, you're like those chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under rocks, spear with a stick, then roast over fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside, perfect for snacking. No thank you, I'll just take the meat and bread. And done. One verbite on buys you 10 sides of lizard. Okay. I think I'll share the rest. Consider your Bitcoin press correct. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased you honored ours. That must be one spicy piece of meat. So back to Gengen. I was watching from here, Renee. You honored our custom, and with great relish. You'll always be welcome in Mod Souk. If you need anything in Amh Araeng, we're here to provide. Very well, complete. I swear Amh Araeng is a reference to Star Trek again. Casada's impressed by your gastronomic fortitude. Yeah, ha ha ha. You have courage, my friend. Ron's wares are more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy you. The bellyache you'll have on the morrow. Right, now you've eaten, I expect you're eager to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed our departure a touch? I have a few deals left to close before I conclude my business here in Mod Souk. Oh, offering you services, are you? I, well, an assistant would certainly help hurry things along. I have a receipt here for some goods that need picking up from the market. All probably paid for, you just need to do the heavy lifting and carrying. Oh, thank you. I'll go and take care of the last minute haggling, then see you in a bit. Alright. Bun bun. Yeah. Table cactus, thon, and iron ore hole. It's mole. Okay. Thon, right? Good. Iron ore from hole. Ah, there it is. Yeah. Oh, heck. Iron ore. And now I need to find... Was it? Mill, came from mole. Alright. Oh, here we go. So what I need to find is mole. Sound from antiques. Alright. Oh, I see. Right. Ah. You're right. Oh, the art quests here. Worm food, pass the parcel, shiver down the spine, and mollycoddled Maud. Well, should I do these then? Once pay for, once work, no experience necessary. Alright, I guess. You do here for work, are we? Good, honest pay for honest work, that's my motto. I'm gonna be better, I have a job for you. Take this package to my client who is outside the village to the south. More to follow, you will know him when you see him properly. Now listen carefully, you must not be inside no matter what. Yeah, okay, fine. So... unsavory Maud. Okay then. I think I got some explaining to do. Right. I guess things don't really change, do they? Still this suspicious little... Still the suspicious little rats. Yeah, alright. Yeah, come on, own up. Eh. Right. What does he want? Are these guys all about Gil? Ugh, I don't know. I might do this in my own time. I don't think we've been around the entire market already. Yep. Oh, thank you for the compliment, I guess. And quick work too, considering you're not set for the place before. I thought you were one set in city, like the exact, but something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands. You could say that. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents some little problem. I would hope to conclude all my business before you returned, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I placed. Is that so? I've been dragging my middleman and sort this mess out. I'm sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. Guess out, it feels like an age since I last saw you. Who's this? Well, visit the lovely Teslin. It's been a while, but your time couldn't be better. This gentleman was on his way to meet Alisaie. I'm supposed to be taking him to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention. Wait, I know who you are. You do? Alisaie's told me so much about you. You're an A, aren't you? Oh, shucks. I knew it. How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories. I'm Tessa, and I work as a carrier at the inn, and I've gotten to know Alisaie quite well since she took up the guard duties there. You want me to take over as Renee's guide? Casade, my shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it should be no trouble. Oh, no, no trouble at all. No trouble at all. I should watch the Star Trek TOS again at some point. It looks like you're better to head straight out of Raw. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of Amh Araeng, and I'll send you back to Crystal City. And a little piece of gear. Alright, let's head off then. Oh no, stop. So there is a blue quest. Which I will do, because that's usually something important. Again, it's fetching even more than usual. Okay. Green's friend, you're having people. Yes, maybe you can help me too. You see, my son Gun makes me very proud, but very worried. He works very hard to do his. Okay. He follows orders, he has to follow them until he can do them. Tells them to stop. This is very dangerous, very bad for his health. I need to speak to him, persuade him to rest. He should be near the Red Saray, probably leaving no stone unturned in his search for relics. Please tell him his father orders him to stop. Oh, poor blighter. Map. So this quest is all the way back here. Yeah, right. Yeah, I've already done that like twice. Had a bit of a practice with the sage class on the sand piles. Uh-oh. I would have caught attention of some of these creatures. Oh wait, you want me to go... Yeah, where do you want me to go here? Alright, this right quest, Alphanar as well, don't I? Here's Gun. Search the nooks, search the crannies, search high, search low. Oh, sorry, I did not see you there. Are you lost? Father says I must rest. That will not do. No. I will stop, but not yet. I need something to show for me if it's all the scrambling, all the searching, and still no shinies. You came here to stop, but I refuse. Your job will not be finished, will it? That will not do either. Wait, I have an idea. If you help me find shinies, my job will be over, your job will be over, and I can rest. Simple yes. Look under that rubble and find whatever there is to be found. Maybe it will be valuable, maybe not. Either way, let us keep searching until we get one less shiny. Okay, so you just want treasure. Curious armadillo there. What do you find no more rubble hope? Untold years spent buried beneath the sand and rubble have done little to tarnish this exquisitely crafted piece of jewellery. That's very special. Such pretty patterns, I've never seen one like this before. How much is it worth? I'm expected in finding shiny is not a historian, perhaps you should ask someone. Once you sell it, we will divide the profits between us. We should look at a team, so half for you, half for me, the fair is fair. Alright. Will help Gun here. Should be the ring, almost too precious to sell, almost. Ask a friend. My father says how much it's worth. He's a good man. We can trust him. Well, as much as we can trust anyone that my father would call a friend. Alright. Anyway, let us meet him, Lord Sook. Once we are done, we can discuss your reward. The only thing sweeter than a handful of shine is the purse full of jinglies. Yes, I agree, I suppose. So I'm getting quite a bit of gear here. Hang on. Luckily my little thingy can outpace them. May I help you? It's a fancy garb he's got on. There's no simple ring. See, that sigil used to seal letters. It was. The owner must have been someone quite important. We need to speak with Jamil if you want to know who it belonged to. If you want to know about the crest and such, she's the one to ask. Alright. I believe we go back up here. More of the ring. Ha! Nice. We need a ring examined, that's what we need. Malik of Amh Araeng. Who? To his shrine at his prices, in all likelihood there is only one such ring in existence. I'm afraid that to layman universe's ancient sigils that is worth no more than any other signet ring of similar age. Anyone in Amh Araeng with even a modicum of wealth would have had one bearing their mark. Well, it's a nice piece of history, that's for sure. Alright, well, finish this up. Interesting. Although many tried to make their most prized possessions with them, it soon became apparent that such burdens would not hinder their escape. Each household discarded their personal treasures. Yes. By following the exact path travelled by Amh Araeng, you'd be able to unearth many more priceless treasures. What say you? Would you lend me your aid? Well, aren't you supposed to... Oh, that's an Amh breakdown, so I'll follow the main quest down there, I suppose. I said I should probably mention the wildlife. While most of them will leave you be, if you keep distance, the local coyotes have been to prey on folk in your home. That's unfortunate. So there was any time shadow warning, we button, those things can be quite nasty. I wasn't button, I don't think. Alisaie, it seems the result that Alisaie was strong, but in her mind she was never... Well, now it makes sense. Well, we better push on. It might be best to scout ahead and clear out any codes you've sent. Oh, wait, here's... Alright. Charming. Twitch. What? I see a place just called Twitch out here. Skill and location you, don't I? Oh, yes, of course. Ether compass. 542 yards to the south. So that'd be like in the Field of Amber, would it? Might have to take a... Brilliant. I love this. It's such a pretty spell. Just raining devastation down upon them. Oh yeah, bring it then. I'm gonna go search for that, what do you call it? Ether current? Just to the south edge, so it should... Maybe I passed it by accident. Oh, to the south, I was going north, my bad. So yeah, alright. We often get directions mixed up. Ugh. Yeah. So what's this place called? Journey's Head. Is that thanks to you, I had to interrupt seeing... Okay, come to think about it, I'm glad I didn't make the trip alone. Seems you ended up escorting me. After I pay the favor somehow, but first let's head inside, shall we? Yes, let's do that. Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Crystarium since Alisaie arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of carers. The afflicted? What's this affliction about? You know I don't know. I don't think of anyone besides Alisaie who is so unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing somebody who knew someone. I might leave out something obvious, so it might be best to have Alisaie give you the full explanation. Well, I'd like to meet Alisaie. Alright. Ah, right, I better... There we go. Get myself attuned. And I shall be back very shortly. And I'm back. So, Etherite. 298 yards south. Alright. So that's where Alisaie is, but this is where the quest ends. What the heck? Well, that's a big crystalline, isn't it? A dating crescent shield. Although the location it was buried indicates that it is Nabatha origin. Need to be thoroughly... Alright, so it just needs to be cleaned and analyzed. Got it. Well, how long is this going to drag on for? Here you go. Curious. And I think I'm making that there because it's just going to carry on. That I may come back in my own time and finish it up. I caught the ginger up. That is one big crystal. Alisaie is nowhere to be seen, but you spot footprints in the ground, they look to be about the right size. Those guys don't look friendly at all. Let's do this. Oh boy, alright. There we go. No, wait. To the west, you say? This is a lot of Gilman. I may have to kill this one though, so...
Get back here! Is that... It can't be.
It is! That's a fancy sword you got there. Impressive.
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about. I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner.
I'm sorry.
How are you?
Oh, I'm quite well, thank you.
We've fought them to a standstill then. The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then. I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphino must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived. I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least. When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them. But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urianger's vision. He may use 10 words where one would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation. As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters. That great wall of white is a remnant of the Flood. 100 years ago, the balance in the First tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam. A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared. For the most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects. But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down. Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations.
Oh.
Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the Flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach. But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether and triggering the birth of new monstrosities. They are creatures of base instinct that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason, which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them. The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
Oh. That's fascinating. It's just a matter of time, more for some, less for others. Those patients will all become monsters in the end. And to add insult to injury, the afflicted are feared, shunned, cast out of society, and exiled here to the edge of the world. The only good thing I have to say about this hellish place is that it has served me well as a training ground. Tesleen and the others have also been kind enough to share their knowledge of the Sin Eaters, which is knowledge I can share with you while you help me finish my patrol course. Alisaie would have to help you finish a patrol. Oh, very well. Here's what we will do. I'll take the east side of the inn, and you can clear the west. That way we can leave undulated experience with the resident terrors. Hell, being attacked. Alright. Ah, didn't break through my barriers that time, could you? You assume that any beast with a white hide or carapace is Sin-Eater, but you know for sure soon enough, when you come slavering after your ether, removing its kill or be killed with these monsters. Once you've slain whatever's proning around out there, we can rendezvous you back at the north entrance. Good hunting. Let's see. Oh, slow down, slow down, slow down. Oh, that's gonna hurt. What am I doing? There we go. Oops. Oh crap. Wrong loop. Right, so... Alright, no Sin-Eater. Done and done. Oh, go forward there. Oops. Hey, I picked up some new pets as well. From, that achievement store. Oh. So these are like lights sent, aren't they? Just hang on, I want to look this up. Google. Let's see. Final Fantasy XIV. Sanitas. Hmm. Here's a Sanita mount? Really? That's a cool mount. Ooh. Renrick. Yeah. No, thank you. Quite alright. Alisaie tells me he helped out on a patrol. You have our things, and my apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we met. In any case, I'm glad to see the two of you found each other. You have no idea how badly Alisaie has missed your company. If everything is always if Renee were here, he would. Alright, so that's an exaggeration, and I don't sound like either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective, and I respect Renee's methods. Honestly, after seeing him in action, I can understand why. The way he leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. I might be a little smitten myself. Only teasing. Though I have no doubt he deserves all the admiration he gets, just as you do. Okay. Just... Yep. Taslin has the air of a woman being pulled in 10 directions at once. I'll have to lay down a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. There are 101 things I need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Alisaie? Yeah, no issue. What, and twiddle my thumbs while you work yourself to death? Surely it's something we could do. Alright. I could, on the other hand. It's true. Thank you. You can start by helping sort out the larder, Alisaie. While we do that, could you attend to a few patients, perhaps? Yeah, 3 in particular I mean to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing that their skin isn't caked in sand. Names are Pornell, Toad, and Halric. They may not be given much in the way of response, but I promise to be pleased to meet someone new. What am I doing? Hulk isn't looking too good, is he? Oh, that's a cool body. I see. Oh, it's actually quite a small area then, is it? $316 to the south. Very well. $169 to the south. So I'm very close then, aren't I? There it is. So where's the next one? 232 southwest. But it seems I'll need to, figure out a way over there, yeah? Yeah, it looks like it's just a big gap. So I'll head up towards Souk. Speaking of which, and maybe there's a way out of huh, cool. I was expecting something to arrive, but it hasn't come through yet. Oh, back again, are you? Need another taste of Ronron's wares? You do you? I see. You want us to go to the top of the tower then, yeah? your precious worms. That buys the trip to the top of the tower, does it not? Players you actually brought them. I really shouldn't let you, but just this one's right, only once. Ha.
Look, over there, where the wall is broken. Do you see what lies beyond? That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness. Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance. That nectarine you bought, it's Halric's favorite fruit. Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light. The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true. Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn. Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food. In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals. I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough. But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed? Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons. But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield. So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here. And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless. On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
I see. I'm glad I was able to show you that when it comes to understanding the catastrophe which befell the first, one glimpse of the empty wasteland beyond the wall is worth more than an hour of your oranges lecturing. I need you to know beyond a doubt that Tesleen has no other choice. That nectarine will be a kindness. It isn't just the threat posed to others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. The carers are truly fond of their wards and would spare them that suffering in their way, while fighting back against a fate worse than death. Hello? Welcome, Psycho. That's a pretty bird. Very well. You need to sit down, Shohei, because there's actually no way. Yeah, I get more XP from doing the quest than all the monsters. Yeah, Becca, I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find Nick Green? I did. Thank you, Alisaie has explained why I wanted this. Thanks to you, though, if this time comes, suddenly we'll be ready to send him on his way, and with a taste of happier days. Ew. Level up! Doses 2! Well, could I see that? Ligma 2. Tesla makes an effort to smile brightly. Well, nothing's going to happen for a little while yet. So let's see if we can't lighten the mood. We don't want to gloom your faces. Yep. I think it's time for the welcome meal, don't you? Take a seat and I'll make it nice stew.
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Aye, well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
You needn't have gone to the trouble. Yeah, I'll have another bowl in. Yes.
That's what I like to hear. Give me a moment to warm up the pot. In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get. I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs. I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death. When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one. It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place. I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
The Warrior of Darkness?
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrent could tell you a version of it. Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath. Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea. Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Which is a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
Maybe it's time to Take up the title of Warrior of Darkness.
They're coming.
Desleen! Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Renee, Alisaie, we have to look for Halric. I don't know what's got into him, but if he's wandering out there alone, you'll send to search areas and split up any idea where he might be headed. No, isn't even anything like that before, but it can be a coincidence that the other patients are suddenly shaded, they can sense something. In any case, let's keep the search close to the inn. Halric isn't very sure on his feet, so we won't have you gone far. I'll search the east side. Please, Halric, please be alright. I'll cover the north and west. Alright, I'll go south then. I'd like to know something. Oh, please let there be a title. Ah, done. So damn. Alright. Never mind then. Oh, hold on, maybe that's how I get down. Alright, whatever. No. Yeah, I like the battle music in this, it's nice. Rather. You see someone of Halric maybe went further west. Maybe. I was only wanting to I was only going to do a 2-hour stream, but this is really good.
sign of him?
No.
No luck then. But he surely can't have gone far. We should keep looking. The Sin Eaters are out in force, and if we don't find him soon, you can be sure they will.
Oh, she looks a bit stronger than any I've seen.
Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones. Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it! There it is! Is that... Oh, oh no! Ulrich! We have to run!
Ew.
Tesling! No!
We all deserve happiness, wherever we can find it. The time left to you is precious. No one should die in pain.
Damn.
Mother, I...
Holy shit. Well, this is something.
No, 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 no!
Forgive me, Alisaie.
Well. Damn. Yeah. That was rather vicious. One moment. His little cat outside. Yeah, I'm rather shocked actually. Alisaie, thank you for what you're doing. It means a lot to them. To me. Heard there was a unified, I was too late, too slow, and I thought I could protect you. You can't blame yourself for such things beyond your control. You brought Helric back safe and sound, and nobody could have done any more. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing my role here. I hope you will forgive me for leaving you, that you delay Helric's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late. Of course, just give him what you can. We always do. Here, Helric, keep Tessline's words close into your heart. Well, you're leaving this very moment, I understand how you must feel, but surely this is a bit hasty. Do you have anywhere else? Anywhere to go? Yes, we've got to gather up some friends and defeat all these Sin Eaters. I think it's time to introduce some darkness to the world. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the Sin Eaters on my own, but I can still use the skills I have gained here to hurt them. Indeed. Tell you what, I'm gonna end the stream at 5:30. Get a bit of dinner. And continue questing. Still to the southwest, huh? Well, I'll probably end up there at the Twine. Okay, there at some point. Here we go, here we go. Yeah, well, okay. Wave him off. Alright. See, I gotta head over here somewhere. Bum, 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 bum. Sazim Jinmei, something rather. Your face is unknown to me. What business have you at my rockery? Oh no, wrong person. Oh, did I go the wrong way? Oh hell. Yeah, get him would sock, then go up. My bad. So let's see here. Forgive me, Renee, I couldn't stay there a moment longer. Well, I understand. But I was serious about what I said. While the men and women at the end battled against this blood with kindness, I must fight in my way with steel. Your swiftest Amaro. I need to return the crystal immediately. As you wish. Novrand. Ooh. Remind me to wear goggles if we have flavor Amh Araeng again. I've gotten the sand in my eyes. But the wind did help to clear my head at least. I think I'm ready to meet with the Exarch. We need to talk about how we're going to wipe the senators out, shall we? Yes. And quests opening up. Excellent. So let's see, I'm at level 72. Sound like Flegma 2? Alright. Invalid target. No. I need to use Flegma next time I So what about Trace? Because I gained Summonodic Oath. Increases the potency of doses by 250, Flemma by 330, and your creation doses to 35. Offensive Magic Mastery upgrades doses 2. Alright. Alright. Oh right, I need to really... I was a bit confused there. Thank you for seeing me out, Renee. It meant a lot to have you there at my side. I was tempted to set up again the moment we had decided upon direction, but you still have to visit Elfino, haven't you? And if I know my brother, he'll be up to the cusp of discovering something vital to our success. If he hasn't already, I'm content to stay here and consider options for the time being, but don't keep me waiting too long, yeah? Alright, and I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna go get some dinner. yeah, I'm gonna get some dinner. Then I'll be back for maybe another stream. If you're watching, thank you. This is my first time going through Shadowbringers. And as a sage, I mean, I've mostly just been playing as a white mage for the majority of my playtime on Final Fantasy, but this has been quite a good experience, a good change up. But I'm going to leave it here. Have a wonderful morning, night, or evening.